Living in the city, White tried farming for the first time. When he was digging the soil with a small shovel,
Suddenly, the voice of the neighbor next door came.
the ant directly handed him a chicken. White asked suspiciously, "Are you sure it's for me?" The ant pushed the chicken forward again. Reluctantly, White had to accept the chicken. In order not to hurt the neighbor's goodwill, White went to the supermarket in the afternoon and bought a bag of feed, planning to raise the chicken. Due to the hot weather, White also bought a bottle of iced cola. When he walked out of the supermarket, he saw his students drinking water from the hose at the entrance. White asked in confusion, "There's iced drinks in the supermarket."
WHY, don't you drink that?
The students said, "Of course, because the water from the hose is free." White wondered why the students were all staying here during the vacation. Master said, "Because during the vacation, we can earn some money by washing cars for others here. After that, we still have to work on the farm." At this time, White's thought of leaving here had not changed, so he didn't take it to heart.
Because this is a poorest town, MC Fahrland.
And not long ago, White was still a coach in a big city school. Due to his violent teaching methods, he was fired by the school. Therefore, no school in the city dared to hire him again.
Under the pressure of life, he had no choice
but to try his luck at this poorest and worst school in California. But when the principal saw his file, he was also greatly shocked. Not only were there multiple violent teaching incidents, but he had even physically fought with the chairman of the school board. However, given his outstanding teaching achievements, and due to the school's shortage of teachers, the principal still decided to keep him, only requiring him to promise not to engage in violent teaching again. White readily agreed. One day, the Chinese teacher suddenly approached White and asked him if he had any thoughts on attending the immigrant parents meeting, because most families in McFarland are Mexican immigrants in need of help,
and the children here
are even more neglected victims. After graduation, their fate is only one of two: either return to work in the endless fields, or become unemployed and end up in the prison across from the school. So the Chinese teacher hoped that White, who came from the city, could try to help these children. White said he would consider it. When he drove home after school, he saw under the scorching sun a child named Thomas from his class, enduring the high temperature,
speeding through the fields,
and his running speed was as high as 20 kilometers per hour.
It was at this moment
that White's heart began to be moved.
Ratatan Idling here waiting for this.
It's better to do something to help these children.